All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And here is a winery that we're very familiar with, Kathryn and Craig Hall, two of the hottest producers in the Napa Valley today. They've also got some vineyards, in Sonoma Valley. They may have some stuff in other places too that I don't know about, but we're going to get to know Kathryn a little better. She's coming in. She's going to be our vintner host for the Symphony of the Americas Wines of the World dinner auction this year. Thank you very much, Kathryn, and you're going to have a great time. Trust me, one of the best wine events anywhere, because I'm involved in it. Well, anyways, I drink at a very high level. And we like these wines. You know, the Sauvignon Blanc, one of the best values in Napa Valley. And I could say that about every varietal in this lineup. You know, these guys have done a really nice job with the marketing of their products, too. We send a lot of people out to the winery here. And, you know, the wines that they send us, we sell cheaper than, we can compete with anybody in the country on it. The wines, they only sell direct. You can only get them direct. So, to me, that's the best way to market, a product when you're a winery in a place like Napa Valley. We have a lot of tourism. Look, the people that come visit you, you give them something special they can't get in any other markets. You got to be on the mailing list for. You know what? The other wines, they're readily available. You don't need to buy them from the winery. That way, wine stores can support the brand as well and feel comfortable about not being undersold. Anyways, the Sauvignon Blanc, like I said, one of the best values in that section coming from Napa. They put a little Viognier in the blend. You get a nice little floral note from that. Ripe cantaloupe and melon fruit here with a little bit of fig and slight briny, minerally character to the nose here as well, and some fresh baled hay. Close to 100% estate grown. They do purchase some fruit. They have about 300 acres, and they sold a ranch just recently, so constantly that number's changing, it seems like, for Kathryn Hall Winery. But this wine's really fresh and bright. Some melon fruit here on the tongue as well. Zesty white grapefruit, a hint of floral notes, and a little saltiness on the finish as well. Very good little bottle of Sauvignon Blanc at $21.50. The Walt Chardonnay, and this is from Sonoma County. It's an appellation consisting of, this appellation wine's consisting of several different vineyard sites. They were partnered initially with Rossler for this blend. Some Dutton Ranch fruit, some San Giacomo fruit in here. Really rich and tropical style of Chardonnay. Lightly buttered toast, creme caramel. Nice complexity coming through on the nose here. Really rich and creamy on the tongue with layers of peach and apricot fruit, vanilla bean creme brulee, spice there. Some nice acidity, keeping things fresh. Cinnamon there. Really excellent little bottle of Chardonnay at $37.25. The Pinot Noir Blue Jay. They did keep the Blue Jay title from this Rossler merger. Steve Levesque is the winemaker for these labels. He was in to see us, and he does some really unique things. I've never heard of people toasting stems and then putting them back into the fermentation to give a little spice, and he didn't want just the raw stem. He wanted a little toasted. So obviously he's done this kind of thing before anyways. Really interesting guy, I thought, when we met him. And it's a blend of vineyards from Anderson Valley, Katie's Corner, Anderson Creek. Only about 1,200 cases produced of this wine. And it's like some lovely black raspberry, kind of mango note to it too. A little tropical and really exotic spice, pretty floral notes. Really unique, like I said, that tropical mango note there. Fresh and fruity on the tongue with smooth, silky tannins. One of the things we love about Pinot Noir, that texture there. Nice amount of spice and pretty floral notes showing through. That mango note still on the finish there. Excellent juice at $44. All right, the Hall Merlot, 100% Merlot. Merlot's a blending varietal for most people, and you do make single varietal Merlots, and in Saint Emilion you come across them, and Pomerol even sometimes you come across them, but I don't know, to me Merlot is always better with a little bit of something else in it. However, with that said, this is an excellent bottle of Merlot, man. Ripe plum and cherry fruit on the nose, kind of liqueur-like in concentration, notes of sweet herbs and milk chocolate here. Smooth red cherry liqueur-like fruit coming through on the palate with that plum also there, with a nice touch of spice. And one of the things, Merlot's got softer tannins and more bright acidity here. Showing the very forward nature of the Napa Valley here, this 2009 vintage. Some of those milk chocolate notes on the finish, though, but excellent structure, excellent freshness, and $31.50, a pretty good value as well. Then the Cabernet Sauvignon. This is why people come to Napa Valley, folks. This one is a blend of all 5 Bordeaux varietals, and a really complex bouquet here. Cigar box spice, kind of sweet tobacco, fresh plowed earth, a little bit of the minerality showing through that currant and cassis berry fruit, some dark mocha. You definitely get some toasty oak spice in this wine here. Kind of classic Napa Valley Cabernet. Dark currant and cherry fruit showing on the tongue with nice structure and depth of flavors here, but really good freshness as well. These Napa Cabs sometimes get so big and oaky that the finish, you don't want to have another glass. They don't leave your tongue salivating for food. This wine still really nicely balanced. Needs a little bit of time, though. This 2010, a classic year. So hold on to this wine for a couple years in your cellar. You will be rewarded. That's what I had to drink with the folks from Hall Winery. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.